Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. By the video title, you know what this video is about. Today we're doing our last NFL draft analysis on an individual player. I'll be doing, of course, some of the mock draft stuff. Steelers mock draft is coming out March the 1st. DB Khan will be back. And then also on that Monday, the Monday that's coming up after that, will be the whole NFL mock draft. I'll be doing the first round only. And then, next week's and the week after, I'll be doing first and second, first, second, and third, and back to first. So I'm gonna have a few of those like kind of did last year. And then for the Steelers mock draft, I'm trying to at least do, he did 7 last time. I'm trying to do 8 this time. So be on the lookout for that content that's coming. But it's our last one. Today we're discussing, of course, Shadeur Sanders, an individual from Colorado, quarterback, 6'2", 215 pounds, threw for 4,134 passing yards last year, 37 passing touchdowns last year, 10 interceptions last year as well. He took 42 sacks last year, and then the year before that, he took 52 sacks in 2023. Those are the only things I have about his game that's the only thing that's kind of bad a little bit. It's not really his fault fully. Some of the sacks, maybe a few sacks are his fault, but a lot of hits. He took a lot of hits. He took 42 last year, 52 the year before. You can't get hit like that. So hopefully whoever team drafts him, they have like a better O-line to go out there and add some pieces in the O-line. Whether it's the Titans, whether it's, I don't know exactly who's going to take him. Is it the Titans? Is it the Saints going to trade up for him? Or is it the, who else? The Titans, Saints, the Jets going to make a trade up or something like that. The Raiders trade up for him like that. We'll see exactly where he goes or who traded for him to get him or something like that, unless he kind of slides down. I can't see him going past 5. So we'll see exactly what happens. But Shadeur Sanders is a good player. Watching his game, like the notes I took watching his stuff, I watched a lot of Colorado games from last year, this year. I watched a lot of their games, mostly almost all of their games like that, watching him play and stuff. I watched a lot of top quarterbacks like Cam Ward games, Shadeur Sanders games. I was watching their games, so I've seen a lot of them too as well. But great decision making, good accuracies. He had 74 completion percentage, which I think led the college league like that with that. And he also had good pocket awareness, good mobility as well. Very cerebral, good and decisive as well, and consistent with his mechanics and stuff like that. You watch him, throwing motion stays the same. His footwork stays the same as well. I know he worked with Tom Brady, who's the greatest of all time, so that probably helps out a lot. Like that with Shadeur Sanders, there really no negative to his game. When you watch him, he kind of embodies a franchise quarterback. His demeanor, his character, the way he carries himself like that, I think everything embodies a franchise guy. Look at his father, Deion Sanders, who is on one of the best. Coach Prime Sanders is an amazing player, top 10 player all time. Definitely one of the best cornerbacks. Him, Rod Woodson, you choose who you want to choose like that. But definitely one of the top players ever, like that Hall of Fame player. So having that as a mentor and someone who can kind of help you kind of mold yourself into being a top level franchise guy is very cool. So we're gonna see Shadeur Sanders kind of make an easy transition. I ain't gonna say it's easy where it's like he go out there and just lighten it up like that. We see that sometimes, of course, Jaden Daniels and Andrew Luck and stuff. But I can definitely see him going out there and being very NFL ready because he kind of prepared himself. His father been preparing him this since he was like young like that. He been coaching them ever since like he was like 5 or 6, coaching him all the way up to now like that. So we're gonna see him kind of go out there and have a good transition to the NFL level, being able to read plays, being able to do different things as well. And the high IQ he has, the mechanics he has, and the way he can have the touch on the ball as well. He's a good player. There's not really too many weaknesses in his game either. He's mobile as well. He's not like a dual threat quarterback like a Jalen Moreau type or anything. Or like him and Cam Ward are kind of like the pocket passers. They're still pocket passers. They're pocket passer guys, kind of like Mahomes. They got the pocket they have to, and they can run if they have to, like that Aaron Rodgers, the Mahomes. Those individuals like that who are not really dual threat, but they have mobility to make things happen if they need to go out there and do it. So Shadeur Sanders has that ability, and he's shown a lot of greatness. So we'll see exactly where he goes. Maybe and also some clutchness as well too, and discuss that. His clutch gene as well, something you can't teach, something you just gotta have. And we've seen him and time again, we get hit a lot and he make plays and deliver plays and keep his team in the game as well. We've seen a big time throw he made, remember that touchdown throw he made at the end of the game to win the game last year, helping his team just get back. Even the year they lost those games, they won 4 games the year before last in 2023. A lot of those games were still one-score games. Like you see his play, you look at his numbers, you see him driving the team, getting back in there. The defense was just real bad those times, and they couldn't stop anybody. They couldn't run the ball either. He didn't have a running game either. So most of the time it was him going out there making things happen with his arm, and he did that a lot. So he's showing you that he has the ability to take on a bigger role. You don't want a quarterback to take on a bigger role too much all the time, a young quarterback, but he has that ability if he just gets he has to. And when you get drafted high up, you usually go into a situation where everything not perfect, of course. So he has that ability, and he's showing you that ability when everything not perfect. He can still go out there and deliver and give his team a chance to be in the game and a chance to win the game as well. So I like what I've been seeing from Shadeur Sanders. He's a good player. Not too many weaknesses from him or Cam Ward. I was watching the game. It's like not too many of the stuff that you can kind of see like, that's a negative trait. That's a negative trait. Not really too much stuff like that. Maybe like you want to like look at some tic tac stuff and be like, they don't do this, they don't do that. Like, but really, when you watch them play, and I always like to watch the crucial situations. Like, of course, everybody look good in draft combines and running and stuff and throwing and combines and when you're playing against lesser tier opponents. But I like to watch them in situations where they're down. They're playing against a team that kind of rivals them when they're down. It's third down, third and long. Looking at those type of games like that. What type of footage about that when they're facing adversity? What the player do? And you see Shadeur Sanders deliver most of the time like that, showing you that in situations where everything's not perfect, he can go out there and still make plays. And that's what I like to see from a true player. You can't really determine that in the draft combine. You know, the draft combine will come up, we'll watch it and be like, oh, he run this speed, he run that speed. But what do you do when it's fourth down, 4th and 2? You have to have it to keep the drive alive, to get your team in position for a field goal to possibly win it. What do you do when it's 3rd and long? You gotta make a play. You gotta have it. Keep your team in contention. If they win, if you get the first down, you have an opportunity to win this game to get in the playoffs. So like when a lot of different pressure situations is on, which you can't kind of like emulate those pressure situations, of course, in practice, but you can only do it in the regular game. I want to see like that stuff. So I like to watch the college games where it's not perfect, where they just going around running past people and everybody's open. I like to watch the stuff where it's like actually a dog fight, so you can kind of see how a player fights through adversity. And this is from a fan perspective. You know, I'm not a professional scout or anything. People are like, oh, you saying this? Not a professional scout. I'm a fan. You know, I'm a fan of the game like that. From a fan perspective, we call it the fan media on YouTube and stuff as well. Fan media. So that's what kind of I get when I watch a lot of the stuff. And he's just showing a lot of great things too as well. So I think he's going to be a nice player. I don't know if the Raiders are going to trade up for him and get him. I think he'll fit perfectly there. In Las Vegas, that'd be great. The Giants, maybe. We'll see how things go out. The Jets, they're a bad organization, but maybe they trade up in the draft to get him. They got Aaron Glenn, of course, now there too as well. We'll see exactly what happens. I don't know where you're going to go. Titans, maybe, or who's going to take him fully, but whoever get him, going to get a franchise-type guy, a big-time player, and he's going to be a nice player for your team. But that's all I have for today's video. Let me know down below what you guys think about today's video, what you think about Shadeur Sanders as well, where he's going to get drafted, and let me know, like, anything, you know. But I see you guys probably, most likely, I'll probably see you, actually I might not see you till like Friday or something. So I'm gonna be recording the mock draft video as well, so be on the lookout for that. And then I'm gonna have probably another video maybe on Friday to see what happens and stuff as well. But Saturday you should be seeing the mock draft, whether it's in the morning time or nighttime, you should definitely be seeing it. So be on the lookout for that. But I'll see you when I see you. Peace out.